What's going on, guys? It's Des again and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about the 5 exercises that I recommend you do to prepare yourself to pass the CF force test and to prepare yourself physically for basic training. So let's go. So guys, I'm here to talk to you about the 5 exercises that I recommend you do to prepare yourself to pass the CF force test and to prepare yourself physically for basic training. So let's go. Exercise number 1, push-ups. That push-ups is a great exercise for you to do to build upper body strength. And what that means is that you will strengthen your chest muscles, your shoulder muscles, your biceps, your triceps, your forearms, and your wrists. So when you start basic training, you will be subject to a lot of push-ups. So it's best if you get yourself prepared. Now, when you're doing push-ups, there's the right way and then there's the wrong way of doing a proper push-up. The wrong way is if you have your arms too far wide apart where you're doing your push-ups, you can actually injure your shoulder area. So I recommend that the best way for you to do a proper push-up is to bring your arms closer where it's aligned with your shoulders, and you'll be able to do a proper push-up without straining your shoulder muscles. So that's the best way I recommend that you do the push-up. You could do, there's so many varieties of different push-ups you can do. You can do a push-ups off a chair, you can do diamond push-ups, things like that. But I recommend and I suggest that you do the standard push-ups, and that'll help you, and you do it over time. You do it as many times as you want and how long you want to do them. Okay, so exercise number 2, pull-ups. All right, so in pull-ups, you need a pull-up bar. If you don't have a pull-up bar, I know in some people, they buy those pull-up bars that go over their doors, or they have a pull-up bar out in their backyard. If you don't have a pull-up bar, my recommendation is go to a playground, and there's a lot of monkey bars and things like that you can do your pull-ups in. So when you're doing your pull-up, technique is important. So what you want to do, you don't want your hands too far wide apart, because then you're going to struggle pulling your weight up. You want to keep it a little bit past shoulder width apart. And as you come up, what you want to do is you want to bring your chin and your chest over the top of the bar. You don't want to bring just your chin. When you're bringing your chin and your chest, you're actually forcing yourself to pull that weight up. Okay, so it is body weight. If you go to the gym, you probably see a lot of the guys and the gals, they're doing pull-ups and they have a belt with a chain and a weight at the bottom. You don't need to do that. If you're comfortable doing something like that, that's fine. But basically, your body weight is sufficient enough for you to strengthen your upper body, and it will strengthen up your shoulders and your upper back. Okay, so pull-ups is recommended. If you want to try chin-ups is okay. A lot of what I've been seeing is a lot of people switch to doing pull-ups rather than chin-ups. But that's up to you, and you could do either one, or you can do a mixture of both, all right? Exercise number 3, sit-ups. Sit-ups is ideal and important for your core muscles, for your ab area. Now, if you're the type of person who worries about doing sit-ups due to the fact you may be overweight, you haven't done a sit-up in your life, okay, maybe you have back issues, you can do the standard sit-ups. If you don't have any of those issues, is basically you're on your back, your knees are up, your hands behind your head, and you pull your weight up so your elbows touch the top of your knees. And that's the standard sit-up routine. Now, for those who have issues with your weight, or you've never done a sit-up, or you have lower back injuries, one exercise that I do recommend that you do try is mountain climbers. Now, mountain climbers are great. I do mountain climbers too. I enjoy them. I think they're really great. You actually work a lot harder when you're doing mountain climbers. Basically, you can use a chair, and all you're doing is bringing your knees up to your chest, just like you're running. And you can time yourself. You can do as many as you want. You can do as many sets as you want. It's a great exercise for those who are a bit worried about doing the standard sit-ups. So you can try that, and then eventually you can probably move on to doing the basic sit-ups. Now, another exercise that's I like to include in my sit-up routine is planking. Planking is, I think, an excellent exercise that anyone can do, right? You can do as long as you want, right? But for most people, they could do it maybe 40 seconds. So planking, what that does is build up your core muscles in your midsection, your stomach area. Now with planking, you can do it as many times as you want. It's up to you, okay? But I would suggest incorporate planking when you're doing your sit-up routine, right? So exercise number 4, cardio. Cardio is big when you're joining the military, because when you get to basic training, you're going to be doing a lot of running, okay? So if you're struggling with cardio, you're worried that your cardio's not up to standard, do not worry about that. You're not there to become Superman before you head off to basic training. You want to do basic cardio running. Okay, you can run as far as you want, as long as you want. If you can only run a block, I suggest run a block every day. Okay, because to build up cardio, it takes time for you to get to like a good cardio routine. Okay, so do cardio, do your running as much as you want or as less as you want. Day here, day there, whatever you want to do. But you will be required to bring up your cardio to a good level, because you will be doing that on basic training. Now, when you're doing your force test, okay, you're not doing a 2-miler run. You're basically running a 20-meter shuttle run. So if you even bring your cardio up to a good level, you'll have no problems passing that portion of that test. And finally, exercise number 5, rucksack marching. Now, I don't expect you to go out there and buy a military rucksack. I suggest if you own a school backpack or you have one of those hiking backpacks, use that. And then what you can do is you can pile it with any kind of items you have around the home. You can put a bit of weight in it. What you want to do is to have your backpack at a comfortable weight, so that when you are doing your rucksack marching / hiking, you don't have too much weight on your shoulders. Okay, what'll happen if you have that much weight? You'll strain your back. Okay, and that's one thing you do not want to do prior to either doing the force test or getting ready for basic training, is to strain your back. Okay, because then that'll push you back, and you may have to wait until you're a lot better before you can either do the test or prepare yourself for basic training. Now, with your backpack, put in whatever weight you want to do. What that does, especially when you're backpacking, is going to strengthen your upper body. It's also going to strengthen your legs. One thing that I do stress to a lot of people I do talk to is the type of footwear you're going to wear. Okay, so if you're running or you're hiking, you have to have the proper footwear. Okay, your shoes are important, because if you are doing an exercise and you injure yourself, well, that's going to set you back. So ensure you have proper running shoes, like shoes with a good arch support, heel support, and ankle support, and it'll benefit you. Also, have that type of footwear when you start your basic training. Okay, so I've actually seen people show up with basketball shoes, which are totally useless when you're doing a run. So I always recommend make sure you bring good running shoes for the force test and for basic training. So there are many other exercises that I could talk to you guys about, but those 5 exercises are very important, because when you get to basic training, you're going to be doing a lot of physical training, and those exercises will, and I guarantee you, because I've seen it happen when I talk to recruits and they go through their basic training, when they come back, they would thank me and say, hey, I'm glad you told me I should do this, because it helped me get through basic training, right? So one of the things that I like to basically talk to people about is, don't worry about where you are physically. Okay, a lot of us worry about, oh, I'm not in the greatest shape. Oh, I'm not I don't have the shape of an athlete. Don't worry about that. Basically, you want to get yourself in good shape, right? You don't have to be great shape, but when you're in good shape, right, you will pass your tests, and when you get to basic training, you'll find out that the physical fitness types of training that you're going to do, you'll have no problem. It'll be a breeze. You'll get through it, all right? So guys, make sure you guys take what I just told you. You can implement it anytime you want. I would suggest you do it prior to going to do your force test, because it'll help you, and continue it with it after, prior to getting to basic training. So guys, if you do like this video, please give me that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, also hit that indicator bell so you'll know when I post more informative videos. Okay, also, like I said, give me that big thumbs up. You can post comments in the comment section. I like to read your comments, because you guys do give me some ideas that I can put into videos. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.